Things to stop doing when you are struggling and feeling drained. Number 1 is to stop comparing your struggle to anyone else's. Over a year ago, an old friend of mine was diagnosed with breast cancer. She's the same age as I am, and she's someone I've long admired, even though we've fallen out of touch beyond occasional interactions on social media. She's left unfulfilling jobs, despite the financial risk involved, walked away from relationships that weren't right for her, even while engaged, when it would have been easier to stay, and jumped out of more than 100 planes, each leap representative of the courage that guides her every inspiring, bold life choice. She's faced cancer with the type of bravery I've come to expect from her, coupled with an honesty and vulnerability about her fears that, to me, displays even more strength. But still, I know it's been grueling. As I sit here in my own very fortunate circumstances, at the same age as her, I often tell myself I have no reason to be struggling. My current experience couldn't even be termed a struggle compared to what she's been through. I should just suck it up when I'm having a hard day and push myself through any tiredness or discomfort. Because I'm lucky. But the reality is, I still have hard days. I am still going through a high-risk pregnancy, juggling a lot, and dealing with a host of fears and physical symptoms that require my compassion. I wouldn't compare my hard days to her devastating year. There's clearly no comparison, but the point is, I don't have to. I'm allowed to experience the feelings and struggles associated with my current life circumstances, even if someone else's are far more tragic. And so are you. Many may have it worse, but why compare and judge? If it helps alleviate self-pity so you can find the perspective and strength you need to keep going, then by all means, make comparisons. But if it only serves to minimize your feelings and needs, try to remember that two people can have completely different situations, and both can need and deserve compassion equally.
Number 2. Stop focusing on things that aren't priorities. When we're going through a tough time, we need to get extra discriminating about what truly matters and what doesn't. If we exhaust ourselves with the non-essential, we'll have little energy for the things that can actually move the dial in the areas of our life that most need our attention. I remember when I had surgery to remove uterine fibroids 7 years back. I knew I needed to take it easy or else I'd prolong my healing, but I also felt the overwhelming urge to maintain order in my environment. I'm a control freak. It's what I do. I remember there was a pair of shoes next to the door, where shoes didn't usually go, and not only that, they were askew. The horror. I was one day out of surgery, my lower stomach stitched together after being sliced across the middle, yet I still felt the need to slowly lower myself so I could put those shoes in the closet, even though it was painful to do so. My mother, who was visiting to help me, pointed out the insanity, and I knew she was right. I now think of those shoes whenever I am struggling physically or emotionally, and I ask myself, what else really doesn't need to be immediately done, or do I not actually have to do myself? Can the dishes wait till the morning? Or can I get someone else to do them? Does every email in my inbox need a response, and immediately? Can I say no to some requests? Can I simplify my daily routine? What do I really need to do for myself, physically, emotionally, and professionally? And what do I just want to do because I think I should, to feel ahead of the curve, or on top of things, or good about how much I'm checking off my to-do list? Scaling back can feel like failure, especially if you're type A, like me, but sometimes we have to prioritize so we can use the limited energy we have wisely. If we don't, we risk busting open our stitches, whether that means physical burnout or an emotional breakdown, and then we set ourselves back even further.